A big scratch and I took it back. Had it took back. He said, oh, we'll knock you 20 off. I said, oh, that's good. I'll knock you 50. I said, okay, if you half price. When I pay for the new one, I want a new one. They have to change it. Now, if I'd said, oh, well, that ain't bad. Do you understand? You want to buy a new one, you don't want a big rusty mark in it, do you? Well, that's the same as everything else. I enclose the death certificate of my late brother, Harry Percy Forbes, formerly known as, that says that on there though. I enclose the caddy.
Well, you know, I always end up doing the paperwork.
You don't.
I do, I have to tell you. You watch in a minute, he'll be saying, did you think that's right?
I enclose
I'll
the
say,
death.
well, I'm having nothing to do with it, you were doing it.
That's it. Ask you, in many councils, is wisdom. I'm not going to know all. If I can have, use your...
How do you think you'll get that finished tonight?
Listen, it doesn't matter as long as it's done right. Listen, 2 heads are better than 1 if one's a cabbage. Doesn't make
Well, can I say
Which
which one's the cabbage?
No.
Which one's the cabbage?
Still, one's
Yeah,
a
but
cabbage.
which one's the cabbage?
2
I
heads
want
are
to
better
know.
than 1 if one is a cabbage. It's true though, isn't it? Like William kept on. Oh, he's got eyes, sir. Who I know he's got eyes. I said, how do you know his eyes? I don't even know myself till I've been see Barclays certificate. Anyway,
Didn't see you.
Barclays Bank. That's where I've been today. But this is something else to do with the post office now, look. And the name address is an island. That's why I couldn't tell what he was saying. He wouldn't know what I was saying if I started talking pottery, would he? What a talking about? Hey, what's Maine?
Will you
You
get
wanna-
on with your paperwork and shut up?
I enclosed death certificate of my late brother.
You've been on that line for about 10 minutes.
I've got to make sure I get it right. There's no lines to
Oh,
copy.
boy.
Look, it's a plain paper, business reply. My late. Ooh. Bro.
Never work in an office.
I don't need to. I can office them. She said to me, she said yesterday, you won't get away with that. Get away with what? Your driving licence out to date. I said, loose.
You
Look.
don't even know his driving licence out today.
I
It's all
did.
right.
I said the
Last year.
police scrutinised it on a
5-1 year.
machine and they didn't say anything, so why are you? I'll deal. Oh, I've got phone them, DVLA. Thank you for telling me, but I'll deal with it. They didn't say anything and he scrutinised it. It might be out of date, but it doesn't work like that. My late brother, Harry Percy Forbes.
How many times is that?
I pierced for
Known as
No.
Harry Percy Cyples.
Formally.
Yes, formally.
Not known as. He wasn't known
Harry,
as.
anyway, I can get it wrong if you keep Harry Percy Forbes. Anyway, let's put Percy. I've known him as Percy, that's what I call him.
Why did you call him Percy and not Harry?
Well, I always knew him as Percy.
I don't know, really.
I don't know.
Was that his choice to be known as Percy?
Percy Cyples. Number.
Can't you think of something a bit more efficient than clothes?
Go on for me.
Efficient.
You mean
Official.
something more? Go on, tell me. I enclosed death certificate of my late brother Harry Percy Forbes, formerly known as Harry Percy Cyples. Also, I inform you I would like to... No, don't interfere with the egg. You can have the chicken dying. Look. Give it me back. You're the cabbage. Give it me back.
I don't think so.
I knew
That's
For a
my-
start, it isn't enclosed, it's enclosed.
I know I've
You
missed.
put enclosed.
Didn't.
it's enclosed, E-N.
Yeah.
I've enclosed.
You haven't, you put IN.
Well, I meant
Enclosed.
E.
In a minute.
Don't for me. Critic of the year. I'll all treat. Enclosed. What have I put? I instead of. That's right, isn't it? It's right. Enclosed death certificate.
No, it should be EN.
I put E. Oh, E.
You've put IN.
I'll put E. I can change that to E without them knowing. Just go up there.
Let it go.
Yeah, waiting for you.
What is that?
By the time we get,
Shit.
we'll be back home for 4. So, got an hour to relax.
I hate shopping. Food shopping.
Hate it at Aldi because you throw the stuff down at you and you can't.
Well, you won't go at first thing in the morning. You can't get round for
Aldi.
pallets, can you? It's murder.
You bump
They're
into you.
dashing round in front of you with boxes and you try and get to something and I'm like, oh.
That's my mum and dad, Rusty Cyples and Ethel Cyples.
I've never seen your picture. You don't.
Yeah.
Go on.
I get that, Ace.
Oh, I've got one on there. You can have it if you want.
I think he's like his dad, I do.
Got to think,
I think they've all got the mother's nose. But I think he's got his dad's build. Well, he did have.
You are. There's me dad. Take that with you. Put it with the other one.
Who
God, this
did-
is old. And what was this? 1910.
Not bad.
It's an old one, yeah.
Yeah.
He's only about 20 odd there, isn't he?
Nothing
Remember,
nothing
more
on the
than
What
back
do you
on.
Weird,
think?
that is.
There's nothing on the back.
No, listen.
You should have
Listen
your
to
own boy,
me. This is nothing to do with falsehood. My mother had 2 miscarriages, right? When I was being...
Falsehood.
I'm not going into detail because Len will throw it back in my face when he has a row with me. Listen, don't look so serious.
Don't
Right?
you, Kate, think he's like his dad?
My mother had 2 miscarriages, right? And she tells me my father was quite, them days, used to give the girls, women a good idea. And I don't know, Elijah said that. That was if they were unfaithful or anything like that. Oh, look, this is what it was. I'm on about now 100 years ago.
Definitely, yeah.
Right? She had that much trauma over having this child and with my father. This is what she told me. She never changed it, so I know it's the truth. She said he was in turmoil, pregnant, and he beat her up. That's what she told me, or, wasn't right with her. And she was in that mental torment. An angel came and said, don't worry, you won't lose this child. Now, you might not believe that, but I do.
But years ago, them days, it was really a tough society, and
Yes.
the men had used to, but like these do, men had used to have the women under the thumb. Them days.
Bit like
See-
these. Ooh, next door.
Yeah,
Mm.
they say.
See, years
What?
ago,
What?
Like, he never lets her come outside, does he? He rushes her in the car, don't he? She's all covered up, and that's how they used to. English used to be in them days with the women,
Mm.
Yeah.
aren't they?
Yeah.
passed away. What does it say on there? Because he said you only can go off the...
How old? So you were only 3 when your dad died. What happened to
So, my dad,
Yeah.
he was in the middle place. We had a chair like that. It was made of wood, that long. It sit about 4 or 5 people.
Get on with it, Victor. We've only
Yeah,
got
and I
10
remember
minutes.
we had a bed in the middle place, like the middle room, because there was a kitchen, living room, parlour, and front room, the big terraced houses.
He had tuberculosis, didn't he?
No, he got what you call where you go off your feet altogether. And
Yeah.
couldn't get-
Float.
Something like that. No,
Hmm?
it's called, and I can't think of the name. Come back next week and I'll tell you. What I mean is I can't think of it. Right.
I think
I
it was
think-
tuberculosis.
And he went off his feet. Remember, he had 2 jobs. One was working on pay shawls in the day. There's no
penny.
charities or any
No family allowance.
no family allowance or
With
nothing.
10 kids.
Well,
Right.
yeah. Anyway, he went and he was finding others on beaches and leaves at night. And he'd go away from home and live at work for about 3 weeks, 3 days without coming home. Work all through.
Hello?
There's what have I got to put now? Harry
Is it in the
Mrs
fridge?
Cyples.
She's at 4. Yeah. Yeah. Isn't there any more in the fridge?
Yeah, there is.
Date of deceased found on 13th of May.
In the drawer.
Have a look in the drawer in a bag.
See it?
Yeah.
There's Wayne Walker's bag.
There should be a Wayne Walker's bag.
Says,
This is what I mean. She doesn't look past her nose.
says deceased. It says, listen, deceased.
Make sure
13th
that's
of May. Found, deceased found on 13th
Yeah,
of
they
May.
said
Well,
they've
she's
got to go
already
off
had
that
one,
date.
yeah.
Because they don't know
Yes,
exactly.
yes, yeah.
Okay.
We'll put that in.
Claire's had a dress for the wedding, hasn't she? I'm a bit shocked where she's had it from. She's had it from that Roman up Freeport.
Yeah.
Even I won't buy anything from that. It's a bit dated, I think.
Ten.
I said to Darren, I was thinking more quiz.
Yeah. So, what happened to him?
Anyway, back in the olden days, right, like this time.
Well, are you talking to the phone or me?
Yeah.
Happened
Yeah.
to you?
What
Wait.
did he die of?
Oh,
I can't remember.
I can, yeah. Oh, you come to me in a minute. You found him on the floor, and my mother said there's nothing up with you and all different things. Anyway, I remember him being in the middle place. She had a bed downstairs. He got a bucket. He must have been all the junk, and the bucket was on his head. I remember that.
Bucket.
Near him, yes, because they had to have. If you want to go to the toilet, it was there for him to go on.
Yeah,
That
because
chink.
the toilets
Right down the
were
yard,
outside.
it was ill.
Yeah, I know them days.
And I remember him, and I remember all of them coming to the house. And I remember the horses had a black coach with horses pulling it, horse and cart, you
How
know.
old was he?
I think it was 47, 48.
And
And-
how old were you when your mum passed away?
Me,
We hadn't got Carey, we'd got Victor and Darren.
Victor and Darren,
We're
yeah.
only little.
So it's if you go
She
back,
was 70 odd, wasn't she?
74, died of influenza. A funny strain of it.
And Darren and Vic were only little.
Yeah. And when the nurses come,
Yeah.
they laid her out. And I said I never
You
wanted
were with
that.
her, weren't you,
Yeah,
when she died?
you
So-
know something, I'm telling you now, she wanted to go to the Wooden Hut up Mount Cop where I Pentecostal church, and she took Jesus into her heart on a deathbed.
Man, she had a bit of an hard life with them lot, didn't she?
So what-
All
She took
life.
Jesus as a saviour, that's what I'm telling you.
Always fighting, brothers always fighting.
Yes, they were.
So were you in your 20s then, when she passed away?
Yeah. What was it about?
Yeah, because you were 24 when we had Victor. And Dad, there's only 18 months between
I was about
them.
27, wasn't I?
So you're in your 20s.
Well, what, you won't believe it, but this is what happened. We lived in a new house down Allsworth. Was it number 7? Allsworth Avenue. And Terry buried his mother, Terry Ford, up the road.
No, he wants his mother.
Grandma then.
His mother died while you were living
Grandma, she was very religious. Listen to me. I'm not got a imaginating brain. This is what happened to me. And the coach was going past. I was watching it. I didn't go to the funeral. Coming up the charge, whatever you call it. And I looked and I thought, oh, what a shame. His grandma was dying. Lily Ford was named. And she was very religious. Anyway, I'm not making it up, Aid. The Holy Spirit said to me, you'll be burying your mother soon. Not like you were speaking to me, it came to me mind. A still small voice. I said, oh, that can't be. And just later, she died. And that was a big shock for me because I went, "Ever so funny."
To Victor once when I
Me?
was having Darren, I went
Oh,
in.
a few times, and she said to me, "You'd gone back to your dad's because we'd had a row. You coming from one or the other week, marched off. You got to your dad's, and your dad went mad with you, and you said, 'Well, he's been on to me.' And he put Victor under the light, and you said, 'Don't put him under the light,' something like that. And he said to you, this is what your dad said to you: 'You've made your bed, now lie on it.'"
Yeah, and just bear in mind I was only 17.
I know.
Well then.
I was only 24. Still the same.
17.
Yeah, told me she was 16 when I first met you, weren't you? You told me you were 17. Well, I wouldn't have married her if God wasn't in it, but he was. What do you mean, what a shame? What did you say to me the other day? I paid for the holiday. You said, "You're selfish, you are. I'm better off without you." Hey, think about what you're saying.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Did they say horrible things, nasty things
Yeah, very.
to get at you?
What else did you say to me?
Where you
Hey,
get it from?
I must be a Christian. What
Where
did you
you
say
get it
to
from?
me?
Will you stop?
I know.
What she said to
You
me?
say it like the little innocents, don't
No,
you?
I
I
say
know.
things. Back your matchbox, I said too.
Pack your matchbox.
Yeah, because you haven't got much. I said,
You're educating him here.
I did that. It's true.
Thank you, Max.
I like that one.
He likes that one. You'll be coming out with that
Oh,
one,
dear.
Gary.
Pack your matchbox.
Back your matchbox.
Oh dear.
It's quite weird looking at a photograph that's like your family, your blood relations, but you've never seen them in your life before.
Well, I've never met his dad.
So, in the olden days, they obviously didn't have benefits and stuff. So what happened? How did you get on?
You have to manage with what you've got.
In
Yeah.
1930, I
Yeah.
wasn't born then, of course. I'm not that old.
Yeah, yeah,
They had the
that's
soup queue. They couldn't get jobs, and you wouldn't set them on. And they had to feed them, and all the people who were married, it was like a watch it on the land. Couldn't get jobs and that. And they had to go down to the dole and they form a queue, and they had to get fed them on soup and bread, dry bread. The hunger strike it was,
They don't know they're
1930s.
born today, really,
Oh,
do they?
yes.
I mean, that was before my time,
Yeah,
obviously.
it was before
but-
my time, but I know about it.
Mm.
Oh yeah, they were
You just
tough
have
times.
to-
Well, I remember my grandma telling me tales.